All right, guys. I'm headed to Garcia Motor to get service done. First 600 miles free, so that's why I'm doing it. And normally I do my own service if you watch any of my videos. But I did make a change, a major appearance change. So just guys, I want you to look at the major change, major appearance change. I'm sure you guys can pick it up. And yeah, I had to get this black. I mean, this thing is triple black, but it had this big aluminum color, silver color, and I just had to get rid of it. And I had to paint it because it was just not, I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. It just didn't go with the bike, you know. It just needed to be all black, so now I think it's triple black. I use this paint called Luna 1. It's a really nice, easy to cover, easy to clean, wipe down. It's got some scuffs on it now, but it cleans up real easy. It doesn't chip, but, you know, we'll see. It may not hold up over time, then I'll powder coat them. But I think the bike looks tremendously, well, you know, it's all subjective, but I think the bike looks a lot better with it black. And then I just painted silver, just kind of taped off the inside, put some automotive silver paint on it, and it's done. So yeah, so that's my major appearance change. I'm going to the dealer now, and I want to see if we can just swap out a normal rack. This thing is hideous. I don't like it. I don't run bags. I know some people say, wow, that's a big option. I think if you had to buy this stuff alone, it's like $900 or $1,000 to buy the whole setup. But I told him, can you swap with the base GS you have there? He said, yeah. He said, you should be able to, because I don't like any of this thing. It sticks out too far. I just don't like it. I'm not going to use it. If I have to go on a trip, I'll use my 40-liter bag and put it long ways. I'm not into the bags at all. I know that's kind of sacrilegious for this type of bike. I should have bought maybe a sportier bike, but I wanted this platform, and that's just the way it is. That's, you can comment all you want. It's fine. This is the bike I wanted. I love this platform, but I want it to look sportier. Oh yeah, and it's 42 degrees, 43 degrees out. No, 45. I'm sorry, it warmed up. I left the house. It was 42, and but I'm comfy. You know, I have my my gear on. It's not like crazy winter gear, but I have a lot of gear on. Enough for this type of weather. Plus, with the heated grips and the heated seat, I'm feeling good. So let's head to Garcia and get my. Let's get my service done real quick because I don't know how long the video is going to be. It's probably going to be long because I'm trying to make it short. That's why I didn't start the video until I was like 10 miles out, and then I'm going to walk in, and I'm hoping he lets me test ride the double R because he does have a demo, he says. Yeah, just a happy camper, you know. I still want to, I had my FZ out the other day. It was really warm. It got to 68 degrees, and I went with my buddy Jeremy, and we were screwing around on the highway. That was pretty cool. And I love that bike. That's why I need a sport bike or, that type of bike, because it's not a bike I want to ride all the time, but it definitely gives me my fix. But this is the bike you just want to ride. And I think I've said this 100 times, and you only can have one bike, Ken. That's all you're allowed. This would be the bike. I wouldn't own any other bike but this bike. I love the platform. I love everything about the bike. Yeah, it's not the fastest in this class, but you can make it faster, but that's not even the point. I just love the platform. And yeah, now some people say, maybe you should have just got the RS, when the 1300 comes out. I don't want that. My FZ is kind of like an RS. I don't want that. I want this platform. I want the suspension. I just want everything about this platform. Okay, guys, we are here. Let me know what you think of the new look that I did, and my plans for getting rid of that, to me, hideous-looking luggage rack. So, yeah, all right. So let me go inside, see what's going on. Maybe I'll just leave the camera on and take my hat off, or take my helmet off inside, because it's a little cold out here. Still 45 degrees. Yeah, okay. So we're walking in. I'm going to show you what I like about the... and I just want to show you what the base type of... This is just a lot cleaner. This is what I'm looking at. So maybe he can do this for me. I don't want this part. There's a base one over there because he has the side things. This one has no side whatchamacallits. That's what I want. I just want that clean look, and that's it. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. And yeah, I know I'm crazy, guys. I know I'm crazy. Crazy. So Steve's on the phone. I'm going to just go to the service, and then I'll be back. All right, guys. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm looking for my... oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys, they started it up for me. How about this, man? The old man riding this thing. This is just, I love the color, everything about this bike. It's just so cool. And it's like a bike I would probably only ride, half hour, not a half, an hour or something. Let me just switch mics. See if this mic comes up. All right, guys, I'm back. Just got to fix the gloves. And let's go for a cruise. Yeah. All right, so I know you can't. It's pretty quiet. It sounded good when you first started it up, but now it's pretty quiet. So let's see. The pegs are higher, but it doesn't feel. It doesn't feel as well. It kind of does feel. It feels the same as the RSV4. The pegs are high, but not totally uncomfortable. As far as the leg height, but the lean over is it's not as bad. The RSV4 felt a little bit more. Let's see how this rides. Oh my God, guys! First thing I noticed really quick, as I breathe a little heavy here, is the quick shifter. Oh my God, it is seamless. I thought my quick shifter on my triple was good. This thing is seamless. Oops. Does it have hill control? No. No, I just wonder why I stalled. Oh, the mirrors are not even out. Just so excited. No, they picked. Oh, they're pretty good. Listen to this thing. I mean, you don't feel nothing. Handling wise? Oh, yeah. Let's see now. How could I get along with this? I'd have to ride up like this. You guys can't really see because I got the camera on my chin. But seat, it's firm. Something I would expect. We got the popo up here. I don't know what they're doing here. Oh, they got somebody pulled over. So I'll just take it easy. So it's not really my back as much it would be as my my neck, I guess, you know. Well, maybe my back too would bother me after a while. It's definitely aggressive position compared to what I'm used to riding, even my FZ. But it's very light feeling, very flickable. The shifter is I'm already in fifth gear, but and it's whatchamacallit. It's a whatchamacallit that word again. What do you call it? It has a that's what I should be saying. That's the word I'm trying to say, but I always say whatchamacallit. It has which way? Let's go this way. It's restricted for the first. It's extremely smooth. Yeah, I feel a little bit of vibration, but very smooth. I like the tack. I like all that stuff. Everything's nice. Handling wise, unbelievable. Oh yeah, it's restricted. You can't go over a certain. Definitely restricted. Oh, I hit some buttons. Menu. I don't want that. Yeah, let's see what the menu is like. Let me see what the sport screen is like. Move over. Ah. Yeah, that's the screen I want. I get the fascination why these kids like these bikes. There's no doubt about it. I definitely get the fascination. Let's see, we're about, what, 4,000 RPM. It's a little vibey, but not like annoying vibey, you know? But the shifter, the quick shifter, wow, it's just unbelievably smooth. Like I said, I thought the triple was smooth. So now, let's see if we can get a little bit of... Yeah. Let's get some RPM out of this thing. Yeah, the vibes go away up to when you get higher, but they're it seems very vibey at 4,000. But like I said, it's not really bad. Well, it's got a nice induction sound too, but very light and very agile. So position-wise, I can easily flat-foot it. If I wanted to buy a bike like this, I would have to lower the pegs just a little bit and raise the bars up to about, if you can see where I hit, if you can raise it up to here, I would be happy with this bike. I would be really happy with the bike. But overall, it's really cool. Like I said, I understand why the kids love this bike, but it would only be an hour, maybe a couple hours. It wouldn't be a long ride for me, but I really do like the bike. It's pretty cool. And definitely, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It would have to have an exhaust. There is no gotta have an exhaust. It has a good induction sound, but it just yeah, it's a cool bike. All right, guys. So now it's let me just close this down. It's see if I can get up to speed on this thing. We're in 6th gear, 75. I tell you, the wind-wise, you feel it on the helmet, but it doesn't. It's not buffeting at all. It's like it's really nice. Oh my God, I could absolutely live with this. That was at what, 75? Yeah, and the vibes at that speed are non-existent. It's only at the lower RPM. Blipper? Oh yeah, no problem. We're gonna pull over a little bit, and I just want to do a walk around. So some shit on the road. And the ride, it doesn't beat you up at all. It's firm, but compliant. It doesn't beat you up. And now, if I wanted to, touchy throttle. If you wanted to relax, I'm in road, so I'm not going to even change the because I can't push it anyway. So. Yeah. Yeah, it's restricted to 9,000, but that's fine. So we're in 3rd. Nobody around. Brakes, whoa, the brakes, unbelievable. Wow, I see why, I know I'm repeating myself again, and I know I'm sounding a little excited, but I can see why young people like this. Well, old people can like it too, but younger guys like these bikes. I mean, it's just what the problem is, it's just out of their price range. Like I said, I'm not so upset with my legs being tucked up. It's just my neck having to not be up looking. That's the only thing I have to get used to is my neck. So the turning radius on something like this would be not as good. But let's just kind of back it up over here. And then we'll go around another look at it. And see if we can get get neutral is, there we go. All right, just to sit on it again, guys. Sorry with the heavy breathing. Just excited. I can flat foot it with a little bend in my knees. The seat, well, is a little firm, but not on what you call it. This feels better than the RSV4 as the overall. The legs were probably the same as my RSV4. The bars don't seem as aggressive, but the seating position from here to here doesn't seem as aggressive as the RSV4 does. The RSV4, obviously you can open it up and has more torque, but this bike is silky smooth. You do feel a vibration when you around 4,000, 4,500 RPM, but after that, when you get, I was up to 8,000 RPM and it's smooth. I love the color because I'm a big fan of red. I love the winglets, the exhaust. It's got to go. Let's see if we can take my mic out for a second. Right near that, so you can get a good sound. Sorry guys, I'm just fixing the mic so you can get some decent sound out of it. Very light, very maneuverable. The brakes are super. I don't know else what to talk about it, and I want to talk about more about. We know how fast this bike is. I can't really push it. This bike is really, really fast. I mean, there's lots of been tests on it, but coming from an old guy, I want to know how it feels ergonomically. If this is something I could live with for a couple hours on the, going out with my buddies riding and stuff like that. And I think I can. If I could just lower the pegs just maybe an inch. And if I can get the bars up about, I think Gila Bars sells the kit. You can go a half an inch, which still everything clears. And then they come another an inch and a half higher and a half an inch closer to you. I think it would be much more, it'll still be sporty, but it'll be much more ergonomical for me. And it's something I would like to have because you look at this bike, and I would have to kind of get used to it. But for for ergonomics wise, that's how I'm looking at this bike, is ergonomically for me. I know the potential of it. Everybody knows the potential of these bikes, but can an old dude live with the bike? That's the key. So, all right, let's get back. I didn't want to stay out all day. I mean, the guy was really nice enough to let me do it while he was service on my bike, and I'm liking it, guys. I really like this. So will an old man get one of these bikes? Yeah, that's definitely one of my future, no doubt about it. And with this dealer, he can give me good deals on demos, and I think I'm going to go with it. I like the black, but man, I'm really liking the red too. So, all right, guys, let's hop back on and it can be giddy again. This is very cool. Very cool. Clutch feel is nice. The only thing I notice when you make a turn, your arms hit the tank a little bit, but that's not a big deal. It's something you got to get used to, especially from the, it's got the heated grips are on. Oh, cool. Almost dropped it. I almost dropped it. The heated grips shocked me. I didn't even know I had them on. And they're on too. Nice. Yeah, it's got a nice sound to it. And it just, I mean, it's flickable. It's like, So like right in here, this position, what I'm at right now, you can't really see it, but I'm 3/4 up or halfway up. Instead of being straight up, I'm halfway. I got my hand on the bar, on one bar, and I got my hand touching the tank, and yeah. So this is something I could ride with and ride with my buddies. And I would ride like this. And even if I have to put two hands on it, I could just still be straight up like this, just extended. And then when I want to get racy, I just, yeah. So it has cruise. Let's put the cruise on. Let's see. Let's get this thing right. Yeah. So you can definitely relax. Now I'm straight up, nothing on the hand, no hands on the bars, and it's just. But 4,000 is the vibey. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's if I had to, be like that on highway speed, that would be terrible. So would I recommend this to an old dude? Man, absolutely. Yeah, you have to give up some comfort, but man, you don't give up any fun. And if this had an exhaust, it would just be perfect. I can't imagine how fast this thing is upstairs. I think my FZ's fast. This probably would just scare the shit out of me. I'm loving this. I am like a little kid in a candy store. I couldn't ask for a better day. It's 45 degrees. I don't care about the cold. I am just having a blast riding this thing. And I'm really, really impressed with the wind management on this bike. I just didn't think this little screen, but I tell you, BMW really knows how to do with their wind tunnel testing. See if I put the cruise on. See where the bars could be. So if I put the bars like right here, and the pegs down a little bit, oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can see where my hands are. They're above, and that's basically where they would be. Yeah, I could definitely deal with that. Yeah. So I'm almost back. Just going over my head, and I'm being very redundant or repeating myself. And like I said, I know all about the performance of this bike. I've read so much about it. I'm never going to be able to push this bike to its limit as far as handling is concerned. Probably top speed, I have no fear there. It scares me, but I'll do it. It's just the overall, is it worth spending $20,000 on? I know this is a little bit more, but like I said, I'm going to do a demo if I do one. Is it worth spending $20,000 on a bike that I'm only going to ride for an hour or two? That's the decision. Yeah, this is a good day, Ken. This is a good day. I could not be any happier. So let's just pull up here. So he's going to I'm just going to make it so now I notice when I go to whatchamacallit, if you notice my hand here, it's here. So that's something you would have to get used to. But I think I can get used to this bike really, really good, really quick. Seating position, a little aggressive, but not as bad as the Panigale I sat on. And that was the older one, the 2024. I haven't seen the 25 yet. But yeah, good times, man. You young guys, I envy you. I don't wish I had sport bikes like this when I was a kid. But all right, guys, we're gonna just kind of sit down, relax, wait for them to do all the service. Hopefully, they can change the rack, and we'll just have a quick note on the way home. All right, guys, we'll be back later. Okay, guys, yeah, we're finished with Garcia Moto. Now, I just was talking to the owner, which was kind of cool. And, well, you guys just seen my test ride with the double R. Man, I like that bike. But then I'm talking to him. He says, we got an S1000M coming in, R, single R. I said, I'm guarantee you're going to love that bike, too. Come back and check that bike out. Maybe he'll let me take that bike out for a ride, too. He says, personally, the owner says, hey, I like that bike a little better. It's a little bit more comfortable. But I still like the double R. But super nice guy. I met the owner. Obviously, Steve is a salesman. And I'm not doing this to plug him because I didn't know how, Garcia Motor is going to be. You hear different stories about some people who had bad experiences, but I'm having an absolutely great experience. Free service. They couldn't replace the rack because the rack supposedly was going to throw a code, but I didn't want to tell them I had the rack off and it didn't show any code. So maybe it's an internal code you don't see. Steve put my new plate on, which is cool. I didn't have to come out and do anything. Service manager, super nice guy. And everything just worked out good. So I'm going to stay, what I'm going to do is probably, maybe later on I'll put the small one on, but for now I'm just going to take this part off and then put my tail bag on here, and then I'll be set. I bought a SW Motec and just have to live with this stuff. I'm not a fan of all this here. I don't like this. I wonder if I could just take this piece off and just leave and just put some whatchamacallits and get rid of this. I might try to do that and just get rid of that. But yeah, and then maybe if somebody wants to trade, if they have a standard, a standard rack, and they want this this rack for the Vario top case and side case that's all lockable. You can. I don't know if it'll work if you have the harness or not, but you may not. I don't know how that'll work, but you can maybe buy the harness. But if you want to swap, I'd be willing to swap. But I don't have that many people that are watching this, but you never know. Anyway, let's get on the bike as my camera runs down. Start this baby up. I asked him about the battery. He said it was no issues. The battery's just been replaced. He said sometimes when you have the key in here, it won't, it won't, for some reason it doesn't recognize it in there. Sometimes it does. But I was having the same issue with my 1250. And neutral. But he said no problem with the battery. He says we just replaced it. So that's good to hear. So everything's left alone. I got my lights on, and if you guys can see in the glass there, got my driving lights on, and yeah. We are off. Yeah, Kenny's a happy puppy today. He is a happy puppy because he got to ride a double R. I've been dying to ride a double R. Finally got one, so I've been on a double R. I've been on RSV4. Haven't been on an R1 Yamaha. Well, I sat on the ZX10, but I never get to ride it. I mean, the guy told me I could, but I just didn't. So we'll see what my future will be, but right now, my current future, my immediate future, the next couple of months is riding this baby. I'm real happy with it. Oh, I love that thing. It comes up about 1.5 feet, and it just stays up, and it just slowly comes down. I love it. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. So, I'm going to have another video out. You've just already seen the last video, obviously, of me buying this bike. So far, I'm happy. Let me just check the mileage real quick. I always do that, hit the wrong one. I say I'm getting used to it, but I know. So I have 692 miles on it. I bought it with 320. So it's all good. And its next service will be about 6,000 miles. It's amazing how good this screen is. I have to crack it a little bit just to get some air, and it's 45 degrees out. Well, now we're up to 47. Yeah, so far everything's good. I'm not disappointed with anything. I talked about the noise. Everything is good. I'm ecstatic. I just really happy about this bike. But I definitely see a sport bike in my future, a newer sport bike. I know I have something semi-sport like my FZ, but I definitely see one in the future. So with that, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I had a good day, a really good day. Later, guys.